and welcome. This is Fosung Elizabeth Cookye, CEO and Mistress Secretary of Goddesses Incorporated, and the ultimate anime mascot goddess covering all things dealing with women of the Bisoujo Senshi universe, women of anime, and women of fighting video games. It's been 2.5 weeks since I released my last video on YouTube, and so I wanted to say thank you guys for waiting and staying in touch with me as I complete and end this season at the end of this year. It has been a really long year. You know, in the Chinese zodiac, the year that we're about to end right now, in the Western calendar, is known as the Year of the Tiger. Technically, the Year of the Tiger really won't end until February of next year. Chinese New Year ends in 2011. So that's when they will begin their next cycle. I'm not sure actually what is the next animal zodiac, but I'll have to do research on that and see what fortunes will bring in that year of that animal. So 2010, the Year of the Tiger, has brought me much joy and much pain at the same time. I had originally moved from Albany, New York to here to San Jose with a long dear friend that I knew for 11 years. I was with him briefly before I was kicked out, put quite bluntly, and at the time I was dating a friend. Because of him, he actually set me up with his friend in Mountain View, California, and I lived with him for about 2 months. Then from there, that dude set me up with one of his friends, and I moved to another part of Mountain View and lived there for a couple of months. Then went to an anime convention, met up with some cool new friends. I don't want to reveal who they are yet because they're still working out some business stuff and don't want to reveal too much. But I'll say that through them, I met one of their female friends at the time and moved in with her. And at the time, we was cool friends and lived with her for a while. And then from there, about 2-3 months after the fact, ended up finally moving into my own place in October. So I've been here for just about 3 months here in my own apartment. And so when I look back at this whole year, I did a lot since 2 weeks before Christmas of 2009 and spent all of 2010 getting myself together, stable, alive, in one piece. I spent every day fighting for a full-time job while also was working as a gymnastics and acrobatics instructor for my dear friend, Sir Christian Vega. Thank you so much for dealing with a lot of my BS and my sadness throughout the 1 year that you've known me. You know, my shout out to you. Which brings me now to the highlight of this episode. It's about resolutions and choosing what your resolution is going to be for the new year. And believe it or not, I just realized what my resolution was as of yesterday and confirmed it today. As I'm here in this house, apartment of mine, by myself, on vacation for 4 days, before I have to go back into my job as a CNA for the overnight, I realized how much I truly need to appreciate solitude. Usually when I'm alone and there's no one around, I usually feel very lonely. And so I said, you know what? It's time I really stop having people validate who I am. I already know who I am, and I already know where I'm going. And because of that fact, I don't need anyone truly around me to let me know what I am or what they think I am or what they think I are. You know, if any of that is making sense right now. I say all this to say that as I'm here in the place that I created on my own, that's proof in the pudding to itself. And because of that, I will appreciate the fact that I'm in a state of solitude, because in solitude gives people the time and the space not only to breathe, but to create your own surroundings. Don't ever be afraid of loneliness. And so my resolution for next year is to understand that I will only surround myself around positive people, and that the people that are not on the same level will hear less and less and more less of me. Because if they truly are worthy of my time, then they will pick up the pace as well. And so I want all of you out there to think about your resolution for 2011. Really think about it, find some time to yourself, and really think about what you want to do for the new year, because it's a new year. A new 365 days for you to create the space of your own, the world of your own desires, and to go after your career and dreams. And sometimes the road to success is one that's done in a state of loneliness. But don't be afraid of being lonely, because in that state you can also bring yourself out of that into a positive light where you can use that as a source of energy for yourself. You know, I spent all of 2010 getting myself together, and you know, as much as I've met many haters and a lot of bad people, I also met a lot of good people, and that's what we want to focus on. We all want to focus on the good people that you've met throughout 2010. And before this year ends, you want to sit down and really write a list to yourself. You know, how have they benefited you? How have you benefited them? And how can y'all benefit each other in the new year? Those are the people that you want to keep in your inner circle. Anyone else you just want to just discard. And you don't even have to say, I'm moving on, I'm moving on. You can just be quiet. And silence is the way to go. Silence is the way of the Buddha. Because when you're truly serious about moving on, you don't say nothing. You just do it. So, bring in the new year with lots of happiness, blessings, tidings, wishes for the future. And for everyone out there, continue to work on what it is that you do, that you love, little by little. Take it a day at a time. And so season 3 of the Faux Sung Elizabeth Cookye Show will not return until the beginning of March, first week of March. And during this interim period of the season not being around, I will be working on new technological pieces so that hopefully my videos will be much longer if I become an affiliate with YouTube. And that my voice would be a lot clearer, better camera, better angles, better everything, new locations. For the new year. So, and next year's seasons will be all about truly living your life graciously with substance. Stay cookie! Happy New Year!